Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller. And today I'm going to be doing another haul video. This is stuff from the Goodwill Outlet in St. Louis when we went back in December. I finally found some of my jellycats, so that's going to be nice. For those who are new to my channel, we make this trip a couple of times a year. Robert has family in the area, so we go do our sourcing and then we spend some time with family. And then I bring back bags and bags and bags of stuff, and we make videos as I open up each bag. A lot of this is Plush. The bins in St. Louis is $2.09 a pound, so that gives you an idea of how much each of these cost, you know, guesstimating. But we spent about $500 for 2 days, 2 full days of work. So there's some interesting stuff in here. But first I'm going to start with, I have an IKEA bag that had some small toys in it. So I'm going to share that with you, and then we'll get into the Plush. All right, I'll just start with the easy one because Mega Blocks, little figures, I pick them up anytime I find them in the bins. The funny thing is I just found a Ziploc bag that has like 4 or 5 of these figures in it. So I'm probably just going to add him to that lot. It's already sitting over in my cube, and we'll just start a new lot of these. These are step 2. There was like a bus, I think, and maybe a few other like vehicles that these at all could fit in. I had one listed. I may still, but that was the intention, was to buy this, put it with that one. You know, hopefully I can get $10 or $12 for the 2 of them. But that's how my mind is always working, looking for stuff to lot with other stuff that I have. I just did a lot of these. These are the, I call them bigger. They are the Fisher-Price bigger little people. I've got quite a few of them up here in this set. Can't really see it very well. I will probably take down one of the lots that I have and add this figure to it. The face paint is usually faded, so depending on how many of these I have, I may make a lot that's like really nice conditioned ones, and then make the other lot the ones with the faded faces or scratches or whatever. It's going to take a little bit of cleaning, but look, this is a huge bag of Fisher-Price Pika Blocks. I've done really well with these in lots. I'm hoping, I see some ABCs. I haven't even dug through this. I'm hoping, maybe, fingers crossed, I have a complete set of the ABC blocks. But more than likely, this is probably 2 large lots that I'm going to make. I'm thinking probably 25, 30 bucks each lot. Which was funny. When I found these, I found a few loose in a bin, and I was pulling them and putting them in the blue bag, and then I realized this bag was sitting in there and most of them were still in the bag. So very nice when I can find a lot of something all in one bin. The last of the stuff in here is Lego Duplos. Anytime I can find a bunch in a bin, I tend to go ahead and pick it up, especially if they look like specialty ones or figures. I do already have a few Duplos sitting over here. I'm probably just going to dump all of this right in my cube, take pictures, incomplete set. But a lot of people just buy them to add to their current collections. All right, let's get to some of the Plush. Some Plush luck. Douglas. His name is Clive the Bulldog. Probably like $10, $15 for him. This is Monster Jam Truckin' Pals. I've done well with these larger plush ones in the past. Don't know. Again, I'm hoping 15 plus for it. Megalodon. I think. Oh, here's the tag. Oh, JSNY is the brand. Clowns. It was clean. It's in nice condition. It's one of the like help me dress myself type toys. Again, I'm hoping 15 plus for it. Really nice condition. This will be also something definitely will go on Etsy. I like picking up these plush birds. It's probably one of the things that I will mix brands. I know I've got another one listed right now. Maybe Wild Republic, maybe Aurora. I'm probably going to figure out which one. I like lots of 3, but if I don't have 3, then I'll at least start with the 2. And if I find another one, I will add it to it. But this is by FAO Schwartz. Smells, y'all. This is Scentsy, buddy. I have a lot of small plush Scentsies. I'll probably just add this to it. It's making the lot. I think I'm up to maybe 4 or 5 already. This should easily come off. It looks like, I don't know, it actually looks, I don't know what that is. Chalk, marker, something. Hopefully a little bit of rubbing alcohol will take it off. A lot of these small Scentsy things have not been worth a whole lot, but when I make a lot and I can list it for $20, $25, $30, to me it's worth it. These are those giant microbes. I know I've got a lot of 3 or 4 right now. This one is a tapeworm, the craziest stuff, but I know there's a science teacher out there that's going to want something like this, but they're all by Giant Microbes by Drew something. I cannot remember his name. But yeah, again, most of these alone are worth a few dollars, but I do like to add them to lots. I pick up these Highland cows anytime I find them. This one is Petting Zoo. I'll see if I've got another like farm animal like plush that's Petting Zoo and maybe make a lot. But you can tell this has been in the same bag as the Scentsy because he's got a really strong smell. So I might set him out for a little while and let him air out a little bit, because I personally don't like when I pick up something or I buy something and it's just got a strong smell. I may have to wash him.
Was that your cue to me to take the Scentsy out of the bag of the other plush?
Yes, please. When I sell the Scentsies, they get bagged and then they get put in another bag, and then I do not put them in the same bins as my regular plush. Even double bagged, I'm afraid that that smell is going to leach onto other stuff. Even though the other stuff is also bagged, I don't want the smells transferring. And a lot of these have internal scent packs, so don't wash them because you'll lose the scent then. All right, this is very cute. It's Dinky D or Dinky Dye, an Australia brand. I've got other plush that are that brand. I'll see if, there's some kind of, are they koalas or kangaroos or something else that I can just go ahead and make a lot. I love this. It is Target. I swear it has the like Russ or Try Russ brand, style tag. A part of me thinks it might be Russ. I don't know, but very, very cute. Again, I'm hoping 15 plus for it. Look how cute. It is First Impressions by Carter's. Again, I'll see if I've got another bear that I could put it with. But more than likely, this is bread and butter. Bread and butter for me is things that I can list that are like $8 to $12. I sell a lot in that price range, plus shipping. But when you're only paying, under $1 for most of the items that I pick up, it's a doable profit range for me, and I sell a lot of it. Pokemon. This is Game Freak. Game Freak is one of the series of Pokemon that I tend to try to keep those together. All the other ones, it can be Toy Factory and Jazzware and any of the other brands, and I don't mind just making a lot of them. But the Game Freak to me just seems like a higher quality, nicer plush. And I think I've got a Game Freak lot going right now. So if I don't have, I think this is Eevee. If I don't have Eevee in there, I'll go ahead and add her to it and just bump the price up. I'll look up how much Eevee's worth, as far as comps, and that's how much I'll raise the price. cute. It is Webkinz. I'm trying to see, do I have any other? Yeah, I've got another Webkinz in here. But this one has the code still attached. Words of wisdom for codes. Make sure, for the most part, when I buy these and the code's still attached, there are 2 little tabs there. To me, that's pretty positive that it's not been used. Any other time, if you know it's just tied on, but you don't see the little plastic tabs, I wouldn't consider it sealed or unused. So just be careful if you find Webkinz with these little tags. But I've got a basket over there. I'll see how much he's worth. I know I picked up a couple that had the codes. If they're all not worth very much, I may go ahead and make a lot of them. But for now, I've got lots of Webkinz that I've just recently listed. I'll wait on this rest of this basket before I get them listed, because it's a lot of the same ones I already have.
So we had some yard sales today.
We did.
What did you think? We hit, how many did we go to?
This was our first yard sale weekend.
We've been hitting estate sales occasionally over the winter, but this was the first yard sale. And there were two. One of them was the estate sale company we go to all the time. Mm-hmm. And it was, stuff that I assume that were leftovers, or maybe their stuff or something. I don't know. We didn't find anything interesting there, but we like to go by, see what they got, and say hey to them. And then a church yard sale. It was small, and we never find anything there, but we got a couple bags of clothes today. So
clothes, no toys, no anything else. Oh, well, no, I found some cookie cutters for my glass jar. There was a video probably last year, because I think I picked it up at Peaches to the Beaches.
Or the year before.
That I'm collecting like cookie cutters in. It's a large glass jar. So anytime I can find them, it was a fill-a-bag for $5, so I just threw the cookie cutters in there with it. But that's all we really picked up. No toys, no nothing there.
There were 2 other yard sales, but they are repetitive, chronic, overpriced, and have nothing that we want. So we know the addresses on those, and we just avoid them. So it's unfortunate, because I would like to go, but I'm not going to spend the time going to them.
No, not at all. Look how cute. It is a Lovey, of course. I'm trying to see what's the brand. It's got a nice cloth tag, but I am not seeing a brand. Hopefully Google Lens will help me. And just my regular reminder, just because it has tags on this, do not use the word Taggies unless it is a Taggies branded item. But, most Loveys for me are bread and butter. This is Bolt from Disney. I think it's supposed to be one of those swaddle plush, with a blanket wrapped around it. No clue what the value is, but I'm guessing, $10 to $15 for him. And I'll use the word replacement since he is missing the blanket.
We're recording this on March 7th, y'all. It'll probably go out in a week or so, because we got a couple other our haul videos stacked up before this one. But your quarterly coupons expire at the end of this month. So if you ain't spend them. So you don't want to waste that money.
Nope.
But I want to caution you on that. You also don't want to spend way more than your coupon's worth on those items, because you can get a better deal elsewhere on whatever is going to be eBay branded, like significantly cheaper elsewhere.
Yeah. Spend your coupon almost to the penny, and then if you need other stuff, go to Granger, the Boxery, Zorro, those other, because it's a whole lot cheaper. The Lorax, Dr. Seuss. Pretty sure this tag is Aurora. Nope, Manhattan Toy. I may have other Dr. Seuss stuff listed. And I'll just, or, like Horton Here's a Who, Small Plush, something like that I'll go ahead and make a lot.
So Rachel J. left a comment on one of our videos. Said that she was at a sale and saw a box that had a Bear in the Big Blue House item in it. Snatched it up, and stuff started selling in like less than 12 hours for her. So good stuff on that.
Bear in the Big Blue House is big. Anytime you can find it. I've got a little Tutter mouse listed. It's been a couple weeks, but I've got him listed for 100. We'll just wait and see. But, you know, he's just a little plush. But they are highly sought after. And I've got it listed, I think it was vintage, so it's on all 4 of the platforms. Probably need to go ahead and go put it over on Depop. I ain't sold nothing on Depop yet. But I have like 15 things on there. This is Meoni by Aurora. It says it's one of the tots. Pretty sure I've got others listed. I'll probably try to find something to put him with. I picked up a lot of Afmal. I think I just sold one of my like lot of 2. I want to say $12 or $15. They don't sell for a whole lot unless it's the larger ones, but I didn't find any of the larger ones. So I've been making lots of 2 or 3 and pricing it accordingly, but I like finding them. Five Nights at Freddy's needs definitely a bath. I'll Google Lens him. He does seem like a different character, but he also seems like a poor quality. It says Funko. I don't know. Just seems like a poor quality. That's what happens. Is they start out being really nice, and then other people buy them, and other people process them. Yeah, and then the quality goes down. I'm sorry. That's the same as like the Pound Puppies. Just don't care for the newer ones. I don't care for the newer Singamajigs. Just the Blue's Clues. There's so many of the newer stuff that's just not good quality. Kermit the Frog. I don't know who the brand is. I've done well in the past. It looks newer. It's not definitely the vintage ones. So we'll have to wait and see. But again, I'm hoping 10, 15 plus for him. This is Fun World. Vintage. I've picked up a lot of them are seasonal, plush, vintage. I'll see what else I have listed. I know I've had like devils and scarecrows and stuff like that. I'll see what I've got and just add her to a lot. All right, my last 3 are, you know, let's say my favorites of this bag. Look, Jellycat. I found 2 Jellycats in this bag. This is one of the Bashful series. This is a monkey. No clue. To me, a lot of the Bashfuls, especially like the rabbits and the monkeys, don't seem to sell for a whole lot. But again, I'm hoping 15 plus for him. This one, I don't know. Here, take a picture and see what you see.
I see a zebra.
I know. It is also Jellycat. But look, he is definitely different. Larger. I'm hoping that means worth a whole lot more. Very soft, very clean. I love this one. You know, if he ain't worth a whole lot, I don't think I have a Jellycat for my wall. Some of the stuff that I put on my wall is like, we call it seed, for me to find more of it. And maybe this will be, I don't think I have a Jellycat. Again, I think we're going to try to get this other wall done real soon, because a lot of the stuff that's sitting on this shelf right here are going to be on my wall. A lot of that is my Play School and and Hasbro stuff. A little bit more of the Fisher-Price stuff, but I'm hoping to get that done here real soon. I'll do some more research. Don't always trust what you see on Google Lens, and especially what it's sending you to are the active listings.
There is an active listing for $48 on Mercari for a used one.
Yeah, mine's not new, but it looks new. You know what I mean? There's no tag. That would be the only difference. I still will never, even with tags, list something like this as new. Unless
we source it.
Yeah, unless I've gone to, Barnes & Noble and bought it myself personally. So, I don't know. Fingers crossed this is maybe 50 or more. But this... In my last video that just went out, I had a Sidgy Kid Beasts Bear. Forget what his real King Bear or something
Chief Bear.
Chief Bear that I don't even know if he's listed yet. He might be listed. But this is same brand. Right here's the Beast Town. He is called the Lazy Bunny. He definitely needs a bath. his face up here is going to need a little bit of brushing. But what did you see on him? Anything? Oh, we saw there were none listed, and
one sold for 32.
But I saw another one that had sold before the 30-day, the 90-day stuff, like a couple of years ago for like 50 something. So more than likely, I'm going to list him once I get him cleaned up, 60-ish or so. So very nice find. Anytime you see something that looks different, these tags, definitely for me, I'm going to grab it. Even if I don't have time to look it up, it's definitely intriguing enough for me to grab it and share it with you guys. So
especially when he's going to, 80, 90 cents or something that you're going to pay for it.
Yep.
But when it comes to pricing this stuff, supply and demand, y'all. I know economics is really boring, but supply and demand, you look this up, there's one sold in the past 90 days and none listed. You have a good item that whatever that price was before, you could probably go a little higher until other people start showing up on it. Looking up jeans. Like today I looked one up. There's like 3 times as many listed as there are sold. There's like 90 listed and 30 sold. For clothes we find around here, that's pretty good. Another one we looked up, it was a 13 times. There are 13 times as many listed as sold. So theoretically, that's going to take like 39 months to sell. We might be in the middle of that. So, it's going to take a couple years. So that sell-through rate really matters. And if you have something like this where there's either none listed or very few listed and quite a bit more sold, then that price can tend to go up.
And I love trying to drag prices up. There's always the race to the bottom, but if you can, try to pull that price up just a little bit.
It's kind of like Beanie Babies. There's like a bazillion out there, and the demand isn't there for it. So the prices are just a few dollars.
Yep. All right, y'all. I've got stuff to get processed, and it's the weekend. I don't know how much work I'm going to do. I'm trying. Less work, more play, but I'll probably get this stuff sorted and get to work Monday. All right. Get to work. Bye. I think we're going to talk about something. I don't remember.
Did you send me the message? Because I asked you to. Okay, I was going to send it to you, but I got distracted by something and didn't send it.
This isn't how it works. One of us has to remember.
Okay. When I'm working or driving, you have to do the message sending.
No, I don't think it was that time. I think it was something we talked about yesterday.
Yeah, I was sitting at my desk working.
Oh, so you can't blame that on me then.
Absolutely, I can blame it on you.
Mm-hmm.
You know why you ain't sold nothing on Depop?
Why?
You ain't got your pants pulled down your plush up here that you're selling. If you did that, I bet you'd sell some.
Yeah, there's some pretty inappropriate pictures on Depop. Don't get it, but to each his own in their marketing, advertising styles.